Are you ready?
It's gonna be a hot girl disco summer. I'm never doing that again. I apologize. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Here, let's fix it. Something cool. Are we live? Is this thing on? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I was just on Sleez Bomb's show, so we're not pineappling. We're not queuing up just yet. We are finishing up this mini that we were doing over on Sleez Bomb's show. I think Sleez is joining us, if I'm not mistaken. But we're going to wrap up this mini. Please smash a like, smash a vote. That would be great. And then we'll. I'm not even going to review this draft. Smash a like, smash a vote. Subscribe if you haven't. If you guys are watching over on Twitter, welcome to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys.
Leave me out for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Really, really helps us out a heck of a lot. How's everybody doing? Are we live? Is this thing on? Everybody having a good day? Everybody having a good day? Sleez Bomb with the first. James second. Mahalo. James, I love you, buddy. Just told a great James Saw story. Willie with the pineapples, not yet. Disco has had enough for me today. How so, Bones? How so, Bones? Marshawn Lloyd, come on down. God, this team is it's coming together, but I don't love it. I don't love it. James, aren't you at the beach? He probably is. I think he just said that early, like 4:37 p.m. Yeah, so he's just showing love when he can. Just a beautiful man. Just a beautiful man. Love that guy. What's up, Pat Joyce? Haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for swinging by. Bring your fantasy football questions, guys. I need them. I love them. I love when you guys ask fantasy football questions because I love answering them for this incredible and beautiful community. Jalen Noel, come on down. We're going to queue up a couple tight ends and bring this lineup home. How's everybody doing? Everybody having do you say GM, like good morning? What time is it over there for you, buddy? Monsieur. This is not a mock draft that we're currently doing, guys, and we're about to queue up in a drafters main shortly. I'll let you guys know when, but this is a drafters mini. Willie says you made a good point on Sleez's stream about O-line changes in Detroit. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And here's what scares me, right? Because I've been watching the show Quarterback, and honestly, I'll admit I was kind of wrong on Jared Goff. Jared Goff is like a fucking sweetheart. Jared Goff is this year's Kirk Cousins. Dude is just as wholesome as humanly possible. The fact that his dog was essentially his best man at his wedding, like, come on. Dude just he reminds me and he resembles somebody who like never really had a chance, but still made the most out of it. He's hard work. He's a good guy. And I was absolutely wrong about Jared Goff. With that being said, Jared Goff has benefited exponentially, substantially from elite play calling. He doesn't have that anymore. And we've seen him in years with bad play calling, and he was awful. And we've seen him years with elite play calling, and he outperformed his ADP significantly, right? This year, his ADP, like, even if he passed for 4,300 yards, even if he threw for 30 touchdowns, he's still not going to pay off his ADP because he averages, 3 rushing yards per game? Jared Goff and that offense benefited substantially from the play action. Missing 2 of your most significant interior offensive linemen also affects the passing game. And I think Laporta is not going to really benefit. Amon-Ra St. Brown not really going to benefit. Neither is Jameson Williams. The only guy who I think is going to be absolutely explosive and absolutely elite is Jahmyr Gibbs. If you look at where David Montgomery was successful last year, it was on 3rd and shorts, 4th and shorts. He had a lot of touchdown equity. 95% of his runs came between the right guard and the center. His right guard and center have shipped out. Right guard and center are gone. They're no longer in town. center retired, right guards in Tennessee. So the touchdown equity is not going to be there. That's why you want to draft Jahmyr Gibbs, because Jahmyr Gibbs can explode and break tackles anywhere and everywhere. That's the great point I made over on Sleezeball's channel. I just want to get this fucking slow over so I could do a main with you guys. Not this slow, but this mini over. All right, Giddens, come on down. Okay. I think we're all right. Mossy says, Disco. What's up, Mossy? Good to see you, brother. How you doing? Everybody having a good day? We got 21 people watching us on the Big Draft Energy Twitter side. Come to the Big Draft Energy YouTube side, please, and thank you. Really helps us out a lot. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Vote. Do you guys think Travis Kelce will be a top 5 tight end this year PPR format? I am personally making that bet. Travis Kelce is going to be absolutely elite this year, guys. This Mullins guy is a fucking cuck. There's no way you draft Dalton Schultz this early, buddy. Mullins guy can go fuck himself.
Best.
I got
You're the best.
Others too. One while standing out. So.
Hattie's coming out there for pickleball too.
Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna remove him again. Detroit always going to be in shootouts, big play offense, plus a tough schedule. They are going to need to put up points all season long. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely correct. But is it going to be as explosive as it was in the past? Which is kind of why I'm like worried about them and fading them. I wouldn't say necessarily fading them. I just think that it's not going to be as clear as it was before. I mean, sure, they brought in replacement pieces. They'll still have resemblance of being some sort of explosive offense, but I don't think they're going to put up as many points as they've done in the past. They're going to depend more on defense this year than anything to make it in. I don't have Detroit making the playoffs this year. Sleez, where you at with Detroit?
They're still a 10-win team.
Yeah, but I don't think 10 wins is going to cut it in that division.
That's the toughest division in football.
I agree.
It's
100%.
tough with all their firepower to say they don't make the playoffs. So I like the bold call. I'd still say they're a playoff team.
I still think the best team in that division is Green Bay.
I think the Packers are going to make noise.
I think Packers are going to go to the Super Bowl.
Ooh, I like that. I'm here for it.
I think the Packers are going to go to the Super Bowl, and I'm here for it.
I'm taking Rams.
Just as explosive, and Goff is going to go through streaks. He's still not going to ROI, but yeah. Goff crying over getting trade. Listen, man, Jared Goff, fucking just wholesome, just a nice guy, and I feel bad for being like the number one Jared Goff hater on the planet. Generally, like he's a fucking sweetheart. But doesn't change my opinion in terms of drafting him. I still want Laporta for spikes. I think Laporta's priced wonderfully. But yeah, it's just a bad deal. Don't really love it. I can't wait for this draft to be over so I could go do a main.
Oh no, are we hopping in?
Not yet. I want to finish this draft.
I think I landed the plane kind of with the reach. I hate the running back room. It really hurt.
Do we need to review this, or can we just
just run it.
Okay.
I when I auto pick 4 rounds early, I don't give a fuck.
All right,
a fresh lobby, by the way.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pineapples.
And if you're new to the channel, pineapples means cue the fuck up. Let's go. We're queued up in the drafters main, not a mock draft, real money draft. I'm going to make my pick here. Tell you guys what we're doing and where we're doing it and how you can do it too. Who do I have on queue? Let's go Sonata as well. Fuck it. All right, that draft is done. I like what I built with that team, though. I'll be real. Oh, shit. My bad. Not a mock draft, real money draft with real money implications. In case you're wondering what we're doing and where we're doing it and how you could do it too, this is not a mock draft. It's a real money draft with real money implications. $2.5 million in total prizes to be distributed to all top 28,000 placements. $500,000 goes to first place, which is insane. It's total points format. Most points win. It's best ball week scoring from weeks 1 to 17. 12 teams draft. There's a fast and slow. It's a $20 entry. You get to max out with 150 lineups. what you guys just saw us complete was the Drafters $3 mini. It's a $3 entry. $25,000 goes to first. Imagine winning $25,000 on a $2 investment. That was almost me last year. It's going to be me this year. $125,000 in total prizes. Same rules, same format. It is best ball scoring, which in my humble opinion is the most convenient way for you to draft. You have 20 rounds to build your rosters for depth. Each week, a starting lineup is composed of the following positions: 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex. At the end of the week, the best overall performances will be applied to your weekly totals. So no more leaving points on the bench, no more waiver wires, no more trades, none of that garbage. Sleez, bring the fire. Don't do the Asian accent. Just bring the fire.
Get that fucking garbage out of here.
Get that garbage out of here. I didn't even have to ask you the question. You literally just draft and forget unless you're winning a life-changing amount of money. So sign up today on Drafters Fantasy. Right meow. Right fucking meow. Use promo code DISCO to double your first deposit up to $100. So say you put 25, you'll have 50. Say you put 50, you'll have 100. Say you put 75, you'll have 150. And say you put 100, you'll have 200 here to draft on big draft on Drafters. I was going to shout out the Patreon, and we will get to it, but a lobby just filled. Like this is insane. This is insane. Let me know who's in this lobby with us. If I know I'm here. D-Boy, I don't know who that is. Pat Joyce, my guy, at the 103. I got the 101. Sleez has a 104. SM Army has 105. Terry Rice 106. Mossy at the 107. TF808 W80, don't know him. Broadster, good to see you at the 109. Willie at the 110. My guy, Stat ATL at the 111. I don't know who RH Hacks is either. Oh, that's you at the 102. You're D-Boy 8152.
Rax was in our draft yesterday.
Was
Remember?
he?
He's the one guy that took your pick right before you. And we're like, we don't know who that guy is. Same guy.
All right.
I think he's in the stream.
All right. Well, I'll let them know that we're live.
Thanks for hopping over, Megatron. Goated, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate the sub, man. Thank you for doing that. Welcome to the community, man. We do this drafter stuff all the time. We live for this drafter stuff. Is it too late to share the pick'em ticket? It is too late. I think the first game started today.
I don't know, but I'm winning $490 on this. Let's go. Let's go.
So I'm winning 350. Let's go. I'm with it. Stone says, pick 4, where you going? Over on the Twitter side. Please head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Would help us out a lot, Stones. But nevertheless, what are you thinking here at the 104, Sleez?
I'm gonna pull one up. I'm gonna pull up so I get a different variation here.
All right, we're out of 5 out of 12. I'm ready. Let's draft Jamar Chase. No matter what, we're not going to get weird. We're so grateful. I don't anticipate he's going to repeat, but we're so grateful for what he did for myself, my calls, my content last year, and my family. That if I have the 101, I am going to show love and respect and admiration and donate $20 by drafting Jamar Chase at the 101 every fucking time.
So my guy Stones on the Twitter side, go to YouTube, type in Big Draft Energy, come through, tap a like, tap a subscription, all the sports. Appreciate. I see you out there. I'm gonna pull up Nico Collins here.
Nice.
A different look here.
I love this chat. Okay, we gotta catch up here. Jesus Christ, I gotta really catch up. Detroit, okay, we got that. He took Ward from me without a single tight end. Just as explosive, okay, we got that one. Goff crying, got that one. Getting sniped in a draft and complaint worthy, but who really give a fuck about your feelings? It happens for no reason in particular. Get over it and draft accordingly. You're right. If you don't have them making the playoffs, you should stop best ball and put all your money on that one. I've already bet on that. I not making a bet saying that Detroit won't make the playoffs. I'm making a bet that saying that Green Bay will finish first in that division. $3 drafts are the wildest sometimes. Yeah, it's crazy. 1 out of 12 in the main. We're full. Using my $20 Dickett from Terry Rice.
Dickett.
Yeah, let's Dickett. Terry Rice. Yeah, that was still one of the coolest things, man. Terry Rice is like, hey, you want to do a duck race there? I'm like, man, I'm broke as a joke, brother. I'm hardly fucking getting through my drafts. And this guy's like, okay, well, I'll donate it. Fucking legend. Donated $20 USD. Did the giveaway, and Billy gave him in one. Insane. Good luck. Stat ATL, one-on-one disco, one-on-one streamer collusion. Hey man, I'd be perfectly fine with the 112. I don't remember the last time I had the 112. I would love the 112. Thank you, Terry. I'm probably gonna get the 112 the next like 8 streams in a row. 100. Pick 4, where you going? You took Nico Collins at pick 4. Pull up Genty Sleez, get real unique. Ew. Sleez getting weird. I like it. Sleez looks different. Yeah, man. He looks like Fred Durst. Jaden Higgins will be a beast. I think Jaden Higgins is going to be fine, Jerry. I think he's going to be good too. I still prefer Christian Kirk. Green Bay with Jordan Love. That Green Bay. Hell yeah, Green Bay with Jordan Love. That Green Bay. Jordan Love was fucking injured last year. Dude played through some atrocious injuries that would have made lesser men fucking crawl into a ball, get into that fetal position, cry and die. But he didn't. He came back. He fought hard to get on the field. Where Jordan Love is the most effective is on the play action rollouts. They have the run game to make sure that play action game is going to be successful. He just couldn't roll out because week 1 he played in Rio, Brazil, and he popped his fucking ankle / Achilles and still played 4 or 5 weeks later. Then he had a groin and played 4 or 5. Like, he's a fucking warrior. He put up better quarterback numbers than a majority of the guys that people are pumping up and hyping up last year on one leg and one groin. Imagine what he's going to do fully healthy with Matthew motherfucking Golden. I'm all in, man. I'm all in. I'm all in on Jordan Love. I'm all in on the Green Bay Packers. They are the most complete team in that division.
I agree. Like everyone's look at Jordan Love's value, man. They got his QB5 the year before. They get Golden, they get Savion, they got everyone back healthy.
Yeah.
Packers are going to be nasty, man.
Yeah, and they got a solid defense. The chunk plays are going to be great. I think Jaden Reed's going to be a chunk play monster. This is the latest I've seen with Rasheed Rice fall.
But it is such a tough division, man. It really is. Like
it 100%. No disagreements here.
They got 6 fucking brutal games plus a tough schedule too.
No disagreements here, my friend.
That's battle tested, baby.
All right. Come on, D-boy. Garrett Wilson. All right. Trey McBride, Josh Jacobs. This is an interesting start. I love this this thumbnail. I used it last year and it was a great thumbnail. Take your fucking Pfizer shot, Andy, says Jonathan Siegel. That's hilarious. What's up? You're glad I could catch another stream. Oh, what's up? Glad I could catch another. Good to see you, Ben. Thanks for swinging by. Ben, where do I know you from? Ben, where do I know you from? You look familiar, buddy. I'm more concerned about Chicago, to be honest. I like your take, though. Definitely an interesting angle. Here's the thing, man. I think Chicago is going to be fine. I think they're going to be all right for fantasy. I also think that they're far away from being a playoff team. That team is just fucking cursed. That team is just cursed. They need a run game. I don't think they have the pieces there to have a legitimate run game. I'm more interested in Chicago and betting on Chicago next year. I think Ben Johnson's going to improve what they did there, but people are overhyping them and they're way too high on Chicago this year. I think Chicago's going to be fine. I think they're being all right.
I think Chicago's going to be nasty.
Yeah. I mean, agree to disagree. Well, do you think Chicago's going to make the playoffs?
I mean, they got all the pieces. Defense is nice as well. Their defense was banged up all year last year, and they were still close to a midway D. So, I mean, 10 wins? I mean, I think all those fucking teams can get 10 wins. Every single one of them.
I think it's Green Bay and Minnesota that come out and make the playoffs in that division.
Oh, my God. Someone clip that with J.J. McCarthy, please.
Hey, man. It really comes down to that offensive line, that incredible defense. J.J. McCarthy just has to not fuck up. And I think he's good enough to not fuck up. Is he going to be elite? No. He just has to not fuck up. He has... If we're looking at because he's essentially a rookie quarterback, obviously it's his second year, but he's never played it down in the football. If we're looking at a quarterback being set up for success, like this is what we're talking about, set up for success. We said, Caleb Williams was set up for success last year. I didn't say that Caleb Williams was set up for success last year. I said Caleb Williams is going to be running for his fucking life because that offensive line is pathetic and absolutely horrible. He's not going to be doing the same thing this year. But J.J. McCarthy, he's actually generally set up for success. He has the best offensive line in football, period. Like the best offensive line in football, period. A great run game, one of the better duos at wide receiver, a phenomenal top 5 tight end, and a lights out defense that could bail him out in case he turns the ball over. All he has to do is just take care of the football. That's all he has to do, and I think he'll be fine.
I think he's one of the best values.
Yeah. Billy Gavenman says we're going to review the rosters this draft. Hell yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. Why is Saquon falling? Saquon fell to the 106. This is Josh Gillum. That's a new name for me. Welcome to the Big Draft Energy YouTube show. The reason why Saquon Barkley is falling is he's dealing with two curses. It's essentially three curses. And people are very, very terrified of these curses and super superstitious. Historically, if you look at running backs who led the league in touches the year prior, their performance falls off of a cliff. They either miss time or just struggle. I'm not betting on Saquon struggling because a healthy Saquon is still the best running back in football behind that offensive line. So he's dealing with that. He's also dealing with the Madden curse, and then all the angry New York Giants football fans who are just wishing the worst on him. He also has to deal with that kind of voodoo and situation. That's why he fell. Do I agree with any of it? Probably not. But it's also PPR format, and because it's PPR format, people want to get their wide receivers in round one. I'm here for my solid B rating. I'm sure it'll be better than that. I don't like my draft, so I hate drafting at the 101 because you're forced to take Jamar Chase, and I hate being forced to take Jamar Chase. Facts on paper, they're legit. The forces seem to be against them lately. Yep. The Madden curse is real. The Madden curse is crazy, man, but not as bad as bitter New York Giants fans voodoo. Shout out to Hot Take City. Yo, guys, what's up, Dustin Stone? Good to see you, brother. Burden going to play with a chip on his shoulder for not going first round. Burden's somebody I'm not really betting on this year.
Burden for spike weeks.
You like Burden for spike weeks?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll spike, but do I think he's going to be a top 24 wide receiver in the NFL this year? PPR format? No.
But his value is nice for spike weeks in best ball.
Yeah, if you're getting late correlation, but how many spike weeks are you betting on? Because if he gets 4 to 6 spike weeks, then he is in the top 24 conversation. Right? But currently where he's being drafted, I think he's going to get less than 2-3 spike weeks. I think he'll be fine. I think he has no floor.
I think once he hits camp, though, the ADP is going to go up.
It might. Megatron says increasingly high on him. I like it. I was reading that Caleb Williams has his hands wrapped up. He used some bad nail polish off Timo and got cuticle infections on every single finger. Can't even hold a football. Real shame. I mean, like, here's the thing. I didn't want to believe you about the Najee Harris bullshit that you brought us with the whole fireworks scenario, and it's not bullshit. Like, they're I'm not saying it's legitimate that he lost an eye via fireworks, but it's also not. It hasn't been disproven.
Hasn't been debunked yet.
It has not been debunked. Thank you. My English was not English in there for a second. I sounded like my English
so good.
My English not so good. Okay, it don't work. Hey, so sorry.
Oh my god.
So sorry. Bad English. But I mean, like, I wouldn't be shocked if his fucking cuticles are chalked from nail polish now because Bones tends to break the weirdest news. Dustin Stone says, with Love back to being full health, can you see more passing plays? Jacobs taking a hit, very run heavy with Love hurt last year. I don't think Jacobs takes a hit. I think, one, we are going to see more explosive passing plays based off of the rollout and play action. That's where we love to see Jordan Love. That's where Jordan Love was absolutely successful 2 years ago, and that's where he's going to find success again this year. I think Jacobs is going to have more reliable touchdown equity early and often this year because of the chunk plays that gets them into the red zone. They struggled to get to the red zone last year, and like, it was Jacobs who was gassed by carrying them there. I don't think he has to carry them there. He's very capable of doing it, but I don't think they're going to need him to do a bunch of that. I think Jacobs is going to be touchdown dependent, and the touchdown volume is going to come. I'm all in on Josh Jacobs this year. I love him. I love that offense. I can't stop drafting him.
You think he's going to see 350 again or 300 to get Marshawn Lloyd involved?
I generally want to. I think 290 to 320 is well within the realm of possibilities and options, but I think where he's going to be absolutely elite, because everybody says volume. No, it's quality volume, like red zone attempts, rushes in the red zone, quality passing like that. That's what I like to see, and I think we're going to see more quality rushing attempts for Josh Jacobs, which is going to increase his value exponentially this year. But that's the bet I'm making.
I like that.
Willie says Saquon, Dip, Tyreek all the way up. I'm not betting on Tyreek Hill yet, even though he looks phenomenal and he looks like he's in the best shape of his life, being a track star and doing all this track stuff. I can't make that bet right now, man. I really can't. I can't. I will get exposure if he falls, but he doesn't fall anymore. Right now, look at Billy. Billy just going with the all tracks team right here. Brian Thomas Jr., Tyreek Hill, Xavier Worthy, DJ Moore. This is a good start. I like it. And he's got
Tyreek early too.
Yeah, hey man, gotta get weird. Can't control life. What's up, Billy? He says the words on the streets. Disco once took down a buffalo and elephant with one pinky. My dad, God rest his soul, he used to do this thing to me and my friends. He used to like take this finger, just like that, on their heads, and it felt like a fucking metal rod was just fucking bruising and breaking your head. My dad was literally the strongest guy ever. Like we would all try to arm wrestle him, no matter how yoked I got for football. We would all try to arm wrestle him. Like 4 or 5 of us once tried to arm wrestle my dad, and we couldn't do it. And I'm not weak.
Brute strength.
My dad, I'm telling you, man, he wasn't human.
Oh, I like that. You're finally getting some Debo. You said that yesterday. I need more Debo. There you go.
I need more Debo.
Business.
Hell yeah, man. I need more Debo. Willie says Laporta or Hawkinson. I mean, a young quarterback's best friend is his tight end. Do I anticipate that they're going to need to throw the ball a heck of a lot? No. So I'm going to say I'm going to lean on Laporta because I feel like the volume is going to be there more early and often, especially with Jared Goff not having as much time from the interior push of the offensive line, not having the most reliable play action scenario because David Montgomery is just not going to be able to chunk teams between the center and the right guard. I think Laporta is going to have more of a Jonnu Smith impact this year. What do you think, Laporta or TJ Hawkinson? Great question, really. I love that question.
I like TJ Hawkinson more this year. I think when you have your rookie quarterback coming in for the first time, you could say second year, right? He was hurt last year, but his rookie season, I think they're going to look to target the security blanket more, and a healthy TJ Hawkinson is going to get better volume than I think a Sam Laporta with Jameson and ARSB.
We got a vitamin water, Triple X Berry, still not sponsored, but we're still rocking the vitamin water today. We're going to take a sip here. I mean,
and you might have Addison with his suspension too. So I mean, that would elevate him more.
If you asked me this a month ago, I would have said Hawkinson.
What's changed?
Ragnar retired.
I mean, the entire hype behind this Jameson Williams new staff is a trip to me. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't know this new staff, and I don't think this new staff is going to be spectacular. Like Sean McVay, Ben Johnson, yes, those guys were absolutely phenomenal offensive minds prior to joining the Jared Goffel. And I feel bad calling him Jared Goffel now because he's so wholesome. He's like the nicest guy ever. I generally like him as a person. I just don't like him as ADP. Barkley is sliding partly because of what happened to McCaffrey last year after a lot of touches. Hell yeah, Dan. Good to see you, NFL DFS picks. What's up, fellas? Good to see you, OTL. I like your new banner, man. It's a sexy new banner. He says, who will win the NFC East this year? It's going to be a toss-up between Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys.
All I know is all of you that voted Travis Kelce is going to finish the top 5 tight ends. Send me all your bets. Anyone, I'll take no on that all day.
I voted on it.
Travis Kelce is not going to finish as no top 5 tight end. Get out of here.
Cool. Travis Kelce will finish as a top 5 tight end this year. I'm all in. Listen, that run game is going to be non-existent. That defense is not what it was. They're going to have to pass, and they're going to have to pass at an absurd amount. They finally have time to get Travis Kelce open. We're going to see more rhythm throws instead of those. Even though like we praise Patrick Mahomes for being able to be this absolute specimen throwing on the run with these off balance throws. Like that's not sustainable. We're going to see more pocket presence, sustainable time passes from Patrick Mahomes, and he's going to connect with all of his targets, especially Travis Kelce and Xavier Worthy. Those are the two guys I want to leave from that offense, and Brashard Smith. But yeah, who wins the NFC East?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, NFC East. That's easy. I'm taking the Eagles all day.
Yeah. Okay. So who's close second there?
Commanders.
Okay.
Cowboys. I mean, I'm here for the hype. I want the offense to explode. I just don't think they have the full pieces like the Commanders and Eagles do on both sides of the ball.
Thumbnail correlation. I'm here for it. This is a weird draft.
Fuck you.
My first bully ball lineup. Let's go.
Fucking.
This is my first bully tight end build. I'm here for it. And we got the thumbnail correlation. James Conner as tailback 1 is scary. RB1, okay. It wasn't scary last year. 1,500 yards, 50 receptions, 10 touchdowns. Yeah, for sure. Vitamin Water says Bones, let's go. Had XXX with lunch today. Yeah, you fucked, huh? You got busy, huh? You fucked XXX with lunch today. You nasty. You Squinty killing me, Smalls. You fucking.
Pat Joyce is. He's going to
Nasty.
play running back here, right? Yeah, he has to, I think.
Agree, no Sleez. Morton made Denver an explosive offense. Next year, JMO going to have a solid year. All right. That's a hard no on Kelce for me. That's fine. Last has to be Eagles. Yeah, it's got to be Eagles, but I think Dallas is
Eagles defense is going to be so gross, bro.
Is he still hungry? Hell yeah, he's still hungry. It's like saying like, is he the same beast but different animal? And you're gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about, Kobe Bryant? And I'm gonna be like, exactly. McBride and Kelce, hell yeah, gross. Hey man, you just worry about your team with James Conner and Aaron Jones at the helm there, buddy. I know you're upset because you didn't get your correlation, but if you wanted your guy, you would have gotten your guy instead of Aaron Jones. Don't come at me with that bullshit. I'm building something unique and special here. Wild guess Washington. No, Washington's gonna fall off a cliff.
I mean, week 1, you come out Cowboys, Eagles. I'll tell you right now, I'm taking the under on every single rushing prop for every Cowboys running back. That's if they even have one.
I respect it. I will take the over on Javante's receptions prop.
Dude, his yards would be at 45. I'll take the under.
Yeah, I'll take the over on his receptions prop or receiving yards prop. I will definitely smash the over on that. I'll take the over on, like, right off the rip, just thinking off the top of my head. I'll take the over on AJ Brown and Devonta Smith, both longest reception. And then I'll also take the over on Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown.
Well,
sure.
I mean,
yeah. OTL, I'm with you, brother. OTL, I'm with you, brother. He says, I can't wait for Mahomes 5K TDs and 50 touchdowns. Let's go. I'm fucking here for it, man. I'm sick and tired of you guys, and not you, Sleez, because like I think you're in on Mahomes bounce back, comeback, revenge tour. I think you're back with me there. But yeah, man, he's going to be special this year. He's going to be absolutely phenomenal, and I can't wait for you guys who are all hating on Patrick Mahomes, saying, "Oh yeah, well the last 2 years he's been awful." He didn't have to be great, and they still made it to the Super Bowl. But this year he has to be great because he has a lot to prove. A lot to prove. So get on the Patrick Mahomes fucking bandwagon now. I'm telling you right now, do it now. If you have a startup, if you have anything, get fucking Patrick Mahomes. If you're in a dynasty league, this is going to be the all-time lowest value you'll ever get him at.
I agree with all that for sure.
Najee, no eyes, Harris says Bones, God bless. I generally hope he's safe and he's okay, and he that's nothing but rumors. Just
all my tweet responses is rumors.
Yeah. I mean, I have a couple accounts that are saying, "Oh, it's real," but like none of them are like real people accounts.
God damn, these guys are reaching, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I need quarterback, but I also need more wide receivers. This is a weird draft for me. I mean, I'm Mahomes this year too. Feels like he might play angry all year. Man, did you see his interview with Hey K Adams? Did you see his interview with K Adams?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
My man is fucking locked and loaded.
Headset's gonna die. Okay.
I hate what's happened with this draft. All right, Javante gone.
Quick battery change. We're back.
Just look at the drafters chat. These guys are incredible, man. Willie, Bones, Billy Gableman. I love it. All right. D-Boy took Burden. I took Caleb. Like, I'm not going to reach. I'm just going to take BPA. It sucks. It really does suck. I wanted to get Caleb and I wanted to get Burden, but D-Boy took it. We'll be all right. I think we have room for one more running back in this roster, and I'm probably going to just get running back late. This is definitely a 3 quarterback build, 2 tight end builds, and the rest is wide receivers. Should be a breakout season for Mahomes. I mean, he's going to break out again.
I don't know if you call it a breakout for one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Well, like realistically, Sleez,
he's been in a slump for sure.
He's been in a slump, right? So, I mean, I would definitely consider it a breakout because everybody's out on him, but us, our community just knows they're sharp. Speaking of sharp communities, we got the Who crew joining us. Shout out to Who Hames. How's your stream, brother? I tried to tune in briefly. I don't know who your guest was. Something Bindles, Candles.
Tell him to get in here.
Yeah, get in here so you could crash the stream. Let me know if you want to hop in. Who? Fatty Patty, McBatty. Where do you see the Najee report? Fucking Bones brought it to us, man. No reports, no confirmation. It's all speculation at this point. Why isn't Bones in community first? That's my real question. Bones would be like a superstar in community first group chat. What's the rumor about Najee? That there was a firework incident and he lost an eye or something like that. Mozzie says, such a heavy wide receiver draft. Hate my team, but so much RB value. I don't want to reach on shitty wide receivers. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Like, I hate this draft, but I'm also like just taking BPA and getting unique roster construction. I know the wide receiver value is going to fall. I just don't like the tier where it's falling. I hope Mahomes has a great year in best ball, but I have a ton as long as we don't have to watch another stinking Chiefs Super Bowl. No, it's gonna be Packers and Ravens are going to win. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you, Devin. Josh Gillum says, do you guys pay attention to O-line metrics? The Bengals projected to have the worst run and pass blocking O-line. Chargers, number 2, run blocking O-line. Broncos, number 1, pass blocking O-line. I pay attention, and I have my own run blocking metrics. If you look at what the Cincinnati Bengals did in the draft, they brought in a really, 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 really monstrous guard that's extremely underrated and one of my highest graded guards that I've ever graded in general. Offensive line's kind of like my thing. It's my niche. I used to play offensive line at a very high level.
The big disco line.
I play pancake block. So I would say that the analysis of Cincinnati having one of the worst run blocking offensive lines is bullshit. I also think Dak, Love, and Stroud are going to have massive bounce back years too. Each of them has added weapons and are too cheap right now. I love Dak. I love Dak. Stroud, I'm kind of trying to get it on. Ballsy push on McCarthy from Pat Joyce. Did it work? It didn't work.
It didn't work. I landed both mine though. Thank God CJ Stroud made it. I thought Terry was going to take him with freaking Kirk.
Chad Candles. Who's he? I mean, if he's on your show, he's got to be somebody, right? All right. So if guys, listen, if my stream crashes again, then like as much as I love this man, I'm never inviting him on my show again. All right. And Who Hames, you know I love you, buddy. But if my show crashes, just not gonna happen. Links in your DM. Who can't wait to see, guys. If you guys like my beard, this guy's beard is biblical. I can't give me a minute. Let's go. I wish I was a content creator. I spend so much free time on fantasy football, best ball. You don't have to be a content creator. We got content creators, we got fans, we got a mixture of both. It's just a very fun football community. It's especially special. There he is. What's up, Who Crew? It's incredibly special, especially on game days, man. Community first group chat on game day is one of my favorite things. Look at Vegas. If his yards plummeted, you know it's true. What's your take on Marvin Harrison? Marvin Harrison Jr. this year. I'm out at his current cost. Ooh, who Hames? Welcome to the channel. We're going to get you to answer this, but before you do that, please introduce yourself to the folks who are not familiar with your work. And guys, when I tell you guys, please go subscribe to my brother Sleez Bomb, to go subscribe to my brother Who Hames. I'm okay if you guys take a minute to like step out of the stream, go subscribe to them on YouTube. Like we need to get Who Hames to 500 subscribers so he can hit that monetization, because this guy's absolutely brilliant. I highly vouch for him. Who Hames? Welcome. Let him know who you are, where you're from, what you're doing, as long as you love me, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just a guy who loves best ball, loved football for a long time, done Dynasty for a long time, finally discovered best ball, and now I'm an addict like the rest of us. Like,
I love it. I love it.
Like-
All right, so I need you to answer this question. Then Sleez, you're up, and then I'll wrap it up. OTL with a great question. He says, "What's your take on Marvin Harrison Jr. this year at his current cost?"
For me, I feel like, and I felt like this for a while, that like the entire third round is like flip flopped. Like I feel like all of the picks that I like the most is at the 3-4 side and not the 2-3 side. Like that's just like, I like the elite quarterbacks a lot. Like I think that they're really good picks. I think that, and a lot of that has changed, like because Rashee Rice is up there now, Tyreek Hill is over there now, right? Like, so it's starting, and JSN's moved back to the right side of the board. And Harrison, like he was going to the 3-4 turn in pre-draft. So, and he's moved up in all formats, but I think he's anchored to the 2-3 turn because of the tournament style formats and the Joe Burrow bring back.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only reason he goes there. That's my opinion.
Sleez, how do you feel about Marvin Harrison Jr. this year?
I mean, all in on the talent, very scared. You know, you brought it up multiple times, coaching style, offensive coordinator Drew Petzing, and Kyler Murray. He's like Jekyll and Hyde, up and down, 24/7. He's playing for probably his NFL career if he has a bad year. So there's a lot of things to go with it. I love the talent. I love the situation. I love the target share that's going to be there. I'm fair on it. I don't want to reach for him. I don't want to push it, but there's a lot of variables that could go wrong to make it bad.
I will say this, right? If you look at Marvin Harrison Jr., like he doesn't strike you as a speedster, but he was 6th in like go route targets, and that's not his game, right? That's not his game at all, right? Even in college, he was more like I'm going to route you up, I'm going to dice you up just based off of what I'm capable of doing as a route runner. So I hate his usage in that department. They sent him deep a heck of a lot. They lined him out wide a heck of a lot. He only motioned one time last year. Like I did the math. He only got motioned one time per snap last year, which is absurd, especially in today's NFL. It's absolutely pathetic. The usage was one of the worst usages we've ever seen in football, period. Yeah. And I'm hoping, I'm praying, like, Lord, please give this guy an opportunity with some like legitimate coaching this year, even though it's the same coaching staff. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because, like, I love the player, love the talent. I hate the coaching, and I hate the quarterback, right? I think McBride's going to get fed, but I just hate the coaching situation. It's a great question. Like,
I heard
Drew Petzing, though. Do you even like the guy?
Who?
The offensive coordinator.
Any offensive coordinator who makes his premium wide receiver one-dimensional by not motioning him, by lining him up in the same place and only sending him on go routes, you're a fucking dickhead. I don't care if you're like what you've done in the past. You're not using your weapons properly.
I remember this. I believe it was Chris Collinsworth that said it during one of the Cardinals games. I might be wrong, but the analyst was saying that like the way that Marvin Harrison wins and the way he won in college is he's all about timing and precision. And like he is excellent at like going and being exactly at a certain point. And that is absolutely not how Kyler plays the game. Kyler Murray gets back there, he starts running around, and he does everything off timing. So if those two can somehow get their games to collide, it could be awesome. But the way that they play is polar opposites, at least for last year. So that's the big struggle.
No disagreements. Let's catch up with chat because chat is absolutely popping. We got 270 viewers both on YouTube and X. If you guys are watching us on Twitter, it takes 2 seconds to head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel, smash the like, smash the subscribe, and it also takes 2 seconds to go subscribe to Sleez and to Who Hames after that. So we're asking for like a total of 6 seconds of your time. It really helps us out a heck of a lot, guys. Hope Raiders can make some noise this season. I think they'll be all right, but they'll still probably be playing for last in the division. Fun fact, I'm hooped if Najee's story is true. 30% exposure. I have 27% in the main. Who Hames, what's up? My dad says Stat ATL. What's up? Good to see you, Binking. Thanks for swinging by. Who Hames, what's up, my dude? Okay, that's what he meant. I was doing some research earlier, and I was starting to think that targeting good offenses is the move, especially the ones that have bad defenses or schedules versus a lot of other good offenses. So my biggest recommendation to you, No Cap, just to tail off of what you said, because that's one way to look at it. You also have to look at, because Vegas is incredibly accurate, you have to look at the spread. You have to look at the total point totals, the expected points to be scored based off of team schedules. Look at the ones that are over 40 and look at the teams that have the most over 40 and try to bet on teams and get unique correlation with guys like that, because those are going to be shootout games and shootout offenses to invest in. Out on JJ McCarthy at that range. Hello, Who Hames. Let the guy have some unstacked and always push pocket passes if possible. Yep. Especially for total point contests, I think we don't take into account the quality of offense enough and how that correlates with TD potential and fantasy points. Just some food for thought. That's great. Can't Control Life says, BD, what's up? What's up? Marvin Harrison Jr. is more likely to put up better stats.
Yeah, that's a given.
Versus last year. I mean, like, here's the thing. He's like, even though he had I want to say a historically bad year, he still scored 8 touchdowns. He still scored 8 touchdowns, right? It's like if he had proper usage, proper volume, especially PPR format, we're talking about a league winner plus 8 touchdowns. All he needs is to be used properly. He'll find the end zone. The dude can score. He's a fucking baller.
They haven't changed. Like, I was absolutely shocked that they didn't go for any of those speed receivers in this class or anybody. Like I thought that Jalen Noel was an absolute perfect fit for them in round 2 or 3. You know, like, and there were several other players that would have perfectly fit their offense, and they took nobody, like no one, right?
But can you fault them? Because, like,
yeah, they need a lot of help, though.
Can you fault them? I think they got the biggest steal of the draft with what was his name? Will Johnson, the cornerback from Michigan. He was supposed to be a top 10 pick, and they got him in the second round. Can you fault them for not investing on Jalen Noel because they had to?
No,
because that defense was historically bad.
They went 5 players in a row, right, in the draft, or 6 on defense, like the Niners.
Yeah, they brought in
their defense was shot.
The Niners or the Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals went 6 defensive players in a row, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
There was a lot of players in free agency that are like fit the deep ball guy. That, I mean, they may not be like MVS isn't like elite, but he would have been really good on that team. Like,
yeah, I mean, but like I think they're also holding out for Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen will make that team much better and also make life much easier for Marvin Harrison Jr. But Keenan Allen might be the motion guy, because Keenan Allen's played in the slot before. It all depends on when he joins camp. If he joins camp late, then I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be that guy because he just knows the playbook a little bit better. Tua on the board, 20 picks pass ADP. Does he fall to Disco? Disco passed on him. George Treon, what's up, fellas? What's up, George? What kind of trades are you working on? George, I haven't traded you in a minute, man. Send me an offer. I just worry about Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler connection. Kyler just doesn't match well with his skill set. I'm mixing that stack in, though. Yeah, I mean, I got last draft we did on Sleez's show. I got Marvin Harrison Jr. pick 32, 34.
Yeah, he fell far. He did.
On the minis I've been doing, he's been falling back to the 3-4 chart, and I think like once you get to like pick 30 to 34, like he's a great pick, but like I play mostly on underdog, like he's anchored to pick 24, and like I can't do that because I think that's a massive difference.
I bet. All right, Can't Control Life says we're partying. I need to catch up on the chat now. Cards need to tank for a QB if they want to be good this century. I agree with that. Who Hames, good to see you, brother, says no cap Mac. When I was evaluating wide receivers for 24 draft class, I thought Harrison Jr. was maybe the best wide receiver I've ever seen. Track a deep ball and BTJ close number 2. But like the reason
Garrett Wilson was better.
Fuck up. I think the reason why we didn't see Marvin Harrison Jr. test is because I don't think he's like a speedster. I don't think he's a burner.
Yeah.
I think it worked and got him by in college, but he's not like a BTJ speedster kind of guy. He's not a worthy speedster kind of guy. He's not a deep ball guy in the NFL. He's capable of doing it because he's very, very talented, but that's about it. A good analysis. Who Hames, have you seen Garrett Wilson's TD line this year? 4.5 on ESPN bet. Sleez, what do you think on that?
Smash.
Smash the over on that. What about you? Who?
Smash.
I mean, that's a low line.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Get
that's
outta here
a
with that.
very low line. I'm not even really in on Garrett Wilson. I'd say smash that. Like,
Yeah,
Everyone's gonna learn that this year's over, man. Watch out for G Willie style, baby.
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. This guy's had an absurd amount of volume every single year, and he's done nothing with it. There's something's got to be up, and it might be him. With that being said, I just got confirmation from Debro, and I got confirmation from one of our friends from the NFL Network that like they've seen nothing about it, and there's no murmurs and rumors about the Najee Harris losing his eye to fireworks.
I mentioned it in my stream earlier, and somebody said that after that report came out that he showed up to like a kids mini camp just fine.
No, but so like
I don't know. Like that's just what somebody in the chat said.
The kids mini camp was actually scheduled for June 29th.
Okay.
So that was also debunked. It's just tough to get good information right now. So I'm literally just trying to get like the biggest sources possible. OTL, I'm hitting that over. Harrison Jr. literally has the exact same stats as his dad as a rookie. So
his dad had Peyton Manning too.
Bang on. I shared that not too long ago. Watching Calgary Stampede. No. Sleez, Who Hames Disco, All-Star Crew tonight. What's good, fellas? Good to see you, Dynasty Dog. Smash.
Hampton started the rumor.
Smash the subscription to my guy Dynasty Dog. Make sure you follow him on X. The guy does the best polls. Pause. Man, like Rodgers falling again. I wouldn't necessarily call it a fall, actually. Johnson, Blake Washington.
Ah!
I just want explosives right now because this wide receiver room is okay, but it's not great. So I'm trying to get as many explosives as humanly possible. My running back room's good. My tight end room's good. My quarterback room is okay. Okay, sorry. George Toronto says, BDE, how do you feel about Neighbors' production with below average QB and bad O-line versus MHJ with a QB who doesn't understand the pro offense, 24 Jones, Kyler for the wide receiver numbers? What's your take? My take is Malik Neighbors is going to be absolutely spectacular. What we saw Malik Neighbors do last year, even though that offense was ranked 31st in yards per play, they averaged 6 yards per offensive play, which is 31st, absolutely anemic. He still managed to be a shining light and produced almost every single one of their explosive plays offensively. He did it with less than stellar and less than outstanding quarterback play, some of the worst quarterback play we've ever seen. He had a quarterback room of Drew Lock, Daniel Jones, and Johnny Cutlets? What's his name? Tommy Cutlets. What's his name? Tommy DeVito. Yeah. So none of those quarterbacks will ever start in the NFL ever again, period, right? Now he has Russell Wilson, who is an upgrade for all three of the quarterbacks. He has Jameis Winston, who is definitely an upgrade, especially probably the most favorable to feed Neighbors, just an absurd amount. Doesn't care about protecting the football, just cares about throwing it to his number one target, and I'm here for it. I love Jameis Winston for fantasy purposes, and Jackson Dart. They are all incredible upgrades for Malik Neighbors. I understand that people are kind of fading him because the offensive line didn't improve this offseason. I understand that people are fading them because, that running room isn't outstanding, even though Cam Scatabo is a new addition and can change the pace between him and Tyrone Tracy. I understand that they're worried about, Wandale Robinson and Darius Slayton aren't really going to draw double, take away the fact that he's going to be double coverage. It doesn't matter. Malik Neighbors is a spectacular football player. He has wide receiver one upside, and he's one of the better picks in the first round. He's going to be as explosive as humanly possible, and I have him spiking for 7 weeks this year. That's how I have him projected. I'm all in on him. Marvin Harrison Jr., on the other hand, I mean, the talent is there, but the talent surrounding him is what I'm more concerned about, especially at the quarterback position. Kyler Murray just concerns me, and the play calling is even more concerning. Sleez?
That's why I traded Marvin yesterday. Come on, George, you know this.
So wasn't the Giants' offensive line pretty banged up last year?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so like that's something that nobody's really talking about either, is that their offensive line, it wasn't great even when they were healthy, but it was also banged up a lot of the season. So like continuity matters a lot there, right? So maybe they improve by just being better on the injury left,
I would say that Neighbors are going to have a less year than he had last year, for sure.
You
And
think,
the toes
he's going to
scary.
regress?
Yep.
I think we're just going to see the exact same season, if not a little slight more improvement. I'm betting on Malik Neighbors this year.
I mean, he has the number one toughest schedule. I mean, they're offensive.
If he has the number one toughest schedule, sorry to cut you off there, and I hate when people do that to me. So I'm really sorry, but this is based off of what you're saying. If he has the number one toughest schedule, does that not mean that he has more favorable game script playing from behind?
They're going to play from behind in every game.
So don't you love a favorable game script?
I do like that, but he has a tough. I mean, the foot's already got me worried. I don't like Neighbors to have the same year he had last year, or stay on pace with points per game as last year. I'd say
it's not like the NFC East has like all-star corners either. Like I mean, I guess
the Eagles will lock that shit up all day.
The Eagles do have a really good pass defense, but the Commanders don't. Neither do the Cowboys.
Yeah, they don't.
Like
Cowboys have the names; it just doesn't seem to work. I mean,
Cowboys benefited from a great scheme. In the moment that scheme left to Washington last year, I knew that defense was going to fall apart. All right, Binking says, to be fair, Arizona had a rough schedule last year.
They lost 3 stars last year, though, too. So, I mean, come on. They lost Parsons, they lost Bland, they lost Diggs.
Yeah.
But even week one, when they had all,
you can't really give that when
you're
missing your stars.
It's still going to be an atrocious defense. That defense, with or without their stars, schematically is where they suck and where they're going to fall behind a heck of a lot. Dan Quinn is a brilliant defensive mind. BTJ, Tyreek, Marvin, Harrison Jr., my favorite trio of wide receivers at their overall costs. Love to hear it. You know how I feel about that. I think it's 3.5 on underdog for Garrett Wilson touchdowns. I'd consider it. Marvin Harrison Jr., 10 plus TDs this season. Book it. Ooh, hot take. I love to see it. Hampton started the rumor. I saw OTL post that it was somebody Sanders, the rookie Sanders that they just drafted. It's just another Kamani Vidal, man. I don't know if Kyler throws 10 T's this season.
Hang on. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, I got the. Hang on. Okay, let me see. So week 1, they held him to 17 points, and they lost 2 stars in that game, and then the Saints dropped 44 on them after that. But they
SM Army says Malik Snipe pisses me off. Which Malik? Malik Washington? Hold on. I'm trying to find you said something earlier in the chat. I'm going to scroll up until I find this. Keep going, Sleez.
Oh, I was just saying they lost both their injured players in week 1, and their defense was good, and they went to shit.
Defense is awful. It's going to continue to be awful. What do you think? Who
has a better line than the Giants this year for pass rush?
Oh, for the Giants defense? I mean, the places I look at, they all think that they're going to be reasonably good and improved. I don't think they're going to be top 10 or anything. I think they're going to be.
I'm talking about pressures and sacks on the quarterback. I think the Giants will be top 3.
Oh, I don't think they'll be top 3, but they could. Thibodeau was like rumored to possibly be traded in pre-draft stuff. Like I don't know why, but that I heard that.
Well, they got three outstanding defensive ends who are all
Yeah.
going to have huge contracts eventually. So I would get
Yeah.
rid of Thibodeau at this point too. I think their sneakiest pick is their second round defensive tackle, Darius Alexander. I believe he's from Toledo.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Shout out to SM Army, who's complaining about me sniping Malik, even though earlier he said getting sniped in a draft complaint worthy.
Yep.
Is complaint worthy, but
Yep.
who really gives a fuck about your feelings? It happens for no reason particular. Get over it and draft accordingly. I love you, SM Army. I hate that.
Dude, that's funny that he did that. That's great.
Petty bank. The petty bank. Terry, thank you for the $500,000. I'll send you a thank you card when it hits. Giant schedule is brutal. I don't disagree. Garbage time points counts the same as first quarter points. I love the episode of one of quarterback. The first two games they showed was Patriots 1, Rams Super Bowl, and then last year's versus Bengals. It was great. It's great. Go Pats. Giants front seven, top three. I think their linebacker core is a little suspicious. I think their pass rush is going to be tremendous. Loaded up front. Yeah, the pass rush is going to be really good. Doesn't matter. Giants coaching staff is horrible. No disagreements. Nobody cares. Love you, SM Army. All right,
man. They got what's his name too. Brian Burns is a good linebacker. I don't know the other guys though.
Brian Burns is an outside linebacker. He's a defensive end.
Yeah, well, he plays weak side.
Doesn't matter. He's still a pass rusher. He'll pass rush 90% of the time, 95% of the time. Yeah. All right, Stat ATL. He said thank you for the $500,000. So we're gonna break this down one by one. I'll read out the lineups. Who Hames, you give him a grade, give him advice. Remember, guys, this is total points format. It's different than the other guys. It's also PPR format, different than the other guys. So this is Billy Gableman's Stat ATL from 1 week season. He does literally teach how to draft in best ball, not just fantasy football, but just best ball drafts in general on the 1 week season. Give them a subscription as well. He gets Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, James Conner, Aaron Jones, J.K. Dobbins, Ray Davis, Jalen Wright, Jerome Ford, Kareem Hunt. I hate your running back room. Brian Thomas Jr., Tyreek Hill, Xavier Worthy, DJ Moore. So you got Brian Thomas Jr. correlated with Trevor Lawrence, Xavier Worthy correlated with Patrick Mahomes, two of my favorite stacks this year. DJ Moore, Josh Downs, Rashad Bateman, Alec Pierce, Jalen Royals. Your wide receiver room is A+. Tight end room is Jake Ferguson, Mason Taylor, Theo Johnson. What do you think, who hangs?
I mean, it's a solid zero RB team. If I do zero RB myself, like that Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt pick, I'm personally going to take a swing on a high upside player like a DJ Giddens or like a rookie. But I get like it. I'm also more into the underdog streets where week 15, 16, 17 matter a lot more. So, but I think like that room works, but it's lacking like explosiveness, right? Like a Keaton Mitchell or something, I think would have been super nice there. That's like, but I mean, it does work. Like if he's looking for floor, he got it. If that's all he wants there, his floor, he's definitely got it.
Like, I think he's solid everywhere. This is just the least sexy running back room I've ever seen.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying.
So what would you grade this team in general?
It's like a B+. I mean, it's built really well. It's just like if I were to nitpick anything, it would be that.
Yeah, it's a B- for me, dog. No, I'm kidding. It's B+. Yeah, not bad. All right, Sleez. We got Willie 86. He goes 3.593. He was drafting at the 10 hole. He's got JJ McCarthy in double week 8 buys with Matthew Stafford and Geno. Doesn't really matter. Still a really good quarterback room, very safe quarterback room. And he's got some rushing upside a little bit with Geno, and hopefully JJ McCarthy is a good rushing quarterback, and he fell significantly here. He got good values on both Geno and JJ. Derrick Henry, Kyron, Ramondre, Austin Eckler, Tyler Algier. I like the running back room. Wide receiver room is Puka Nacua correlated with Stafford, Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley, Chris Olave, Cooper Kupp, Michael Pittman, Brandon Ayuk, Keenan Allen, Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker correlated with Geno Smith, Jawan Johnson, Pat Freiermuth, and Elijah Arroyo. So uncorrelated JJ McCarthy, micro stack with Geno and Tucker, and then correlation with Stafford and Puka, which is a very good stack in my opinion. Sleez, what do you think?
I mean, roster construction wise, I hate it, but talent wise, I like it. So when I'm looking at this team, you should have stopped at Michael Pittman. You didn't need Ayuk. You kind of cucked yourself with tight end value, leaving yourself with Arroyo, Juwan Johnson, and Pat Fryermuth. When you have Puka, Mike Evans, Ridley Olave, Cooper Kupp, Pittman, you didn't need to throw another Ayuk on top of that, especially when he's out probably till week 8. We don't even know yet. So I mean, I do like the 5 running back here. I think
Well, what if
that's
he's
fine.
not?
I still don't like Ayuk. The injury is too massive. You keep saying that all year. I'm not going to fall for anything.
But you
I'm
like
out
Diggs.
on Brandon Ayuk. Yes.
But you like Diggs and Rashid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yes. Yes.
Keep going. No, we're established. It's 0 cents made. Okay, keep going.
I just want to not 0 cents. Dude, he tore both of his ACLs. Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Everyone else had a slight tear.
Okay. Keep going.
I would have just put a tight end value in there, and you could have played your 2 later tight ends. I don't like the 7 wide receiver deep with Ayuk as your 7 with the injury. I think you could have made better value. I like the quarterbacks. I like the running backs. I love the wide receivers. I hate the tight ends. I would like to see 1 tight end in there, and it'd have been an A.
But if any of these tight ends outperform their ADP and like end up being like this year's Jonnu Smith, for example, he has a shot, don't you think?
Yeah, he does. I just
especially with the ceiling he has at running back and wide receiver and even quarterback.
I mean, throw in a David Njoku in there above that, and then what is that draft?
But like, where would you have taken David Njoku instead of who?
Ayuk.
Yeah, I respect that. That's a good take. But I mean, like, even a fan and then at that point would have sufficed down the stretch, especially if anything happens to Njoku. We've seen Njoku this time. Okay, so what do you give this draft?
I go A-. It was just damn good team.
Yeah, that's a good assessment. All right, Broadster, I got you. Papa, is Broadster even here? Okay, I'll catch up with the chat first. Willie says, keep smashing the likes. I appreciate you, brother. Bobby Okareki is the name Sleez meant. Huhames, I am envious of that beard man. Like, what's your routine, brother? What's your routine? Like, talk to me. Do you like just shave the cheeks a little bit and the neck a little bit? Do you shampoo it with like the most luscious smelling shampoos from the Alps of Lake Minnetonka or anything like that?
You're gonna be even more jealous. Like I don't really do much.
Please tell me you wash it at least. I have to wash it.
No, I do. I like shampoo it like every other day or something. Yeah. Like
every other day. Fuck, I would just scratch myself to death. I better get more than a thank you card if you win Stat ATL. Hell yeah, Blocka. Man, how many best ball teams will be toast after 2 QBs when one gets injured or misses any time? Not a lot. JD, Giddens, Brashard Smith, Taj Brooks, gone already.
Got it. Yeah, that he was talking about his team.
Yeah. I got you. Tough tight end room. Tight end doesn't matter. I hate the least, but like the squad, Willie. This is an amateur hour BDE. This guy's ridiculous. I like Diggs of Disco says he'll play slot. If not, I'm out on Diggs 100%. Here's the thing, right? Josh McDaniels has his slot guys. Kyle Williams is going to play the slot. Efton Chisholm's going to play the slot. Demario Douglas is going to play the slot. Diggs is
going to eat regardless.
There will be formations where Diggs can and be in the slot. My only bet is Diggs doesn't finish the season. I don't think he goes past 8 weeks. I wanted to make Roman Wilson the last pick. I thought I had 2 picks, so I took Neil. Shake my head. It's all good, brother. Posted 1 day ago, Chargers may cut ties with Najee Harris in favor of RB named Rocket. Foreshadowing. Wow. Because of the fireworks. Wow, that's crazy. Neil MVP this year. That's crazy. Bones. It's crazy. Too soon. No. Bronster says no, he's not here. Of course, you'd get more than a card, Terry. Shampoo overrated. Shampoo is not overrated, sir, especially for your beard. Beard oil from the goat tears, I hear. Says Carl Ramrod. That's a good one. All right, Broadster goes 3-6-9-2. Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy. You didn't need Russell Wilson, brother. You did not need Russell Wilson at all. That's a mistake. Devon H.N., Chuba, Rashad White, Miles Sanders, Justice Hill. Correlation piece. Oh, I love that you did this. I haven't seen this. I love that you double dipped with the backups here. You took Justice Hill and Keaton Mitchell. And this isn't because we're betting on Derrick Henry injury. I think we're betting not on the injury, we're betting on Derrick Henry being preserved for the playoff push, because Baltimore's just going to be fucking dominating teams, and he's not going to have to finish all 4 quarters. There's going to be weeks where Justice Hill or Keaton Mitchell are absolutely going to spike. So I love that you did that. That's very unique, bro. I love that for you. Elite neighbors with Russell Wilson. I'd rather take Jackson Dart, but still, 2 elite quarterbacks. You don't need another one. Jacoby Myers, Jaden Reed, Darnell Mooney, Cedric Tillman. The wide receiver room falls very flat. This is an underdog wide receiver room. Wandell, Xavier Legette, Andre Yoshavash, Demarcus Robinson, George Kittle, Mark Andrews. So George Kittle with Brock Purdy, Mark Andrews with Lamar Jackson. Too much investment at the 1 positions, and then you added another mistake here with Russell Wilson. The running back room's fine. The wide receiver room, like, you have 4 guys that could be okay, but like week 5, you're going to be in rough shape, man. I don't like the construction. I don't like where you invested.
The Russell Wilson pick, which should have just been another wide receiver.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, the wide receiver room's hurting. To quote the Billy Gableman on my draft, if my wide receiver room is hurting, then this one's cooked.
No, I mean, like, hey, it could hit if all those guys outperform their ADP significantly. Is it plausible? Yes. Is it probable? No. Wilson will be playing week 7. That's why. I also have Neighbors and Robinson. I am happy with this. That's okay. I'll keep my eye out for Najee news.
I love that.
Bones is a savage, man. Oh, stop. A+. Tell that to Dak Prescott, Sleez. Yikes. All right. You're up. You're up, Huhames. We got Mossy 94. He goes 2-5, 11-2. I like the construction. Jane Daniels, Cam Ward. Not a bad quarterback room. Jameer, I go again on my own. Jameer Gibbs, Joe Mixon, Tony Pollard, David Montgomery, Jalen Warren. So he double tapped the running backs from Detroit. He's got correlation with Pollard and Cam Ward. He's got A.J. Brown, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Jalen Waddle, Hollywood Brown, Joshua Palmer, De'Ami Brown, Darius Slayton, Tyler Lockett, Alec Manor, Noah Brown, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, David Njoku, Dalton Kincaid. What do you think?
So
And
I know
I wouldn't say it's the worst wide receiver room of all time, but I don't love it.
So I'm one of the few people that I've done it a couple times. I don't do it often, but Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery to me makes a lot of sense. They had 30 touchdowns as a team last year. Like, even if that regresses by 30%, that's still 20 touchdowns you locked up. You know, like, I think that's perfectly fine. And then the other 3 running backs have different buys. Like, I think that running back room is really good. I like the quarterback room. And I mean, you have to be weak at a position pretty much. And the position you're weak at, you took shots. Like, you have 11 guys. So, like, as long as one of JSN and Waddle hit your lineup every week and AJ Brown's the guy, like, one of those other guys just have to hit your lineup, right? Like, I think it was, I don't think you got the value you needed to make it a great team, but like, you tried to do things in the correct way. Like, you built it in a way that makes sense. So I'll say like a C+, just because, like, sometimes the room just beats you. That's what this looks like. Looks like the room just beat you.
Yeah.
Like,
drafting with this community, like, it's tough.
Happens to me. Like, I don't deny it. Like, it absolutely happens to me.
Yeah. All right. Can't Control Life says need leader. Please elaborate. Brotzer says, sorry, was just reviewing my 5K team from last year. What did I miss? Okay, I'll stop being that guy. Love you guys. All in good fun. What can you send me a screenshot of the 5K lineup? I didn't know you won a 5K lineup. You probably told me that, and I probably forgot. I'm sorry. Was it Superflex? Was it just curious?
It was the postseason second chance.
Oh God, I was high on that one too. Bunch. I remember that one.
When Kansas City was down 34-3 in the Super Bowl, I was number 2 in one of them, and every Kansas City point cost me money.
On what site?
Like as a Chiefs fan, it's just like, are you kidding me? We can't win. What are you doing?
On what site?
It was Drafters. It was the
I didn't do any of those second season ones. I should have. Please, baby Jesus, don't let Wilson and Dayball even be on speaking terms by week 7, let alone actually still starting. Amen, baby Jesus. Let's pray. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. I hate handcuffing at their price, but Montgomery fell, so wanted to try. Hey, there's a few rooms you could do that with. Like, let's talk about. Let's just spitball it off the top. I think you could do it with Trayvon Henderson and with Ramondre Stevenson. You could definitely, and it's not cuffing because they're both going to produce, and you're investing.
Walker Charbonnet.
No, I think that's a cuff.
Yeah, Steelers. I think you can.
What Warren and
Caleb.
I
Pollard
think
Spears.
Pollard and Spears, I think you can this year for sure. Obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
Giants.
Giants is a good one, Sleez. Scatabo and Tracy.
It's just round 9 and 10. You just lock up a backfield.
Yeah, another one that I love is Minnesota. Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason. I love that. I love that a lot.
Are you ready for the big one? J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I would say one not a lot of people are talking about, but I'm drafting it as if it is one of those scenarios and situations, is Breece Hall and Braylon Allen.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Aaron Glenn, where he came from with the coaching system that we saw the Detroit Lions do with the 1A, 1B by committee, because he did draft those two guys, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. These guys are just like a carbon copy of what they do. We got Jahmyr Gibbs, Breece Hall, same fucking guy. We got, except Jahmyr Gibbs is way more explosive, even though I feel like Breece Hall, for every year except for last year, was one of the better backs in terms of fantasy points per touch. Braylon Allen, he's pretty much a better version and a younger version of David Montgomery at this point in time. I love that room. I think that's a 1A, 1B room. And
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I thought you were done.
I'm done.
As we were talking about the handcuffs, and we brought up Tennessee, did you hear the rumors that they want to use 3 backs this year?
Oh yeah.
Who's the third?
Khalil
Isaiah
Mullins?
Davis.
No, not
Tennessee.
The Titans.
Oh yeah, they're using 3. Yeah.
They drafted Khalil Mullins in the 6th. I just I heard them in the Coach Speak Index. That's a clip that they said that they want to use 3 running backs this year.
That's interesting. I have a bit of Mullings in the earlies. I don't have any of him now.
I liked Mullins as a prospect. I really
did too.
I really do.
Yeah.
I'm not mixing them in now, but it's one of those things that I'm definitely going to watch in camp, kind of things, right?
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to be on an island here. I don't hate it. The construction is perfect for how you built. It's not bad. It's not great. It could hit or it could be a donation. Jesus might have bet Wilson and Daboll, even though never know. True, but I think Jesus loves Jackson Dart. I'm just putting that out there. Mossy, we saw just how good Gibbs could be without Monty. I think he's the best handcuff in all of fantasy. Hands up, not a handcuff. James Cook and Ray Davis. There's a world. Sent you on Discord. Okay, we'll get through the lineups and then I'll try to get that up. I don't know if I could share Discord on this though. Cook and Davis, good picks. They're good picks for sure. Gotta run to dinner. Always a pleasure, gents. Billy, love you, buddy. Braylon Allen might be the best value on the board at ADP 168. I don't disagree. Mullings is an absolute beast. I have been watching his film all year. One player I'm excited to draft and haven't yet is Tajay. I got a few shares of Tajay. I got more Tajay than I got Pollard, and I didn't have a lot of Tajay last year, and I had a certain amount of Pollard. I got a couple I got coupon stat intel. Nice. Thanks for another fun draft in the stream, boys. Thank you. Pleasure's all mine. All right. Who we got next? Sleez, I think you're up. We got Terry Rice, Sleez 2-6-10-2. Joe Burrow, Jordan Love. Love the quarterback room. And Joe Burrow fell. I would still wait for Joe Burrow a little bit more, but it's not a bad price. Saquon Barkley, Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Etienne, Isaac Garendo, who I try to queue up every draft now to take a mental note to draft him. Nick Chubb, Ty Johnson, Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf, Devonta Smith, Golden with Love, Christian Kirk, Quentin Johnston, Demario Douglas, Calvin Austin, Adonai Mitchell, Tutu Atwell, Brock Bowers in a micro stack with Mike Gesicki and Joe Burrow. You didn't need Joe Burrow here, man. Sleece.
He sniped me on Burrow. I was waiting with Higgins. You were waiting with Chase. I would have got him before you. I was pissed. Quarterback room still A+. Burrow still fell. Saquon, Barkley, Pacheco, ETN. I don't think you needed Ty Johnson. I think you could have stuck with the 5 running backs here. Wide receiver room, goes 4 deep and then I guess I say 5 deep. I like Christian Kirk as like a solid, wide receiver 3 kind of best ball player. I don't want anything to do with Quentin Johnson, but he could spike, Calvin Austin. I love Adonai and Tutu. It's there. The running back room is very scary for me with Pacheco and ETN as your 2 and 3. But in the what, I'm gonna go B on this one. I'm gonna go B.
Okay. Because
week 5, you're gonna be down 2 wide receivers. You're gonna have Christian Kirk, Smith, and Adams out there. You're gonna need some hitters to spike. I'm not huge on Pacheco this year at all. I probably have like 1-2 shares, maybe out of 400 drafts. So every time I see him at value, I just, he could slap me in the face and bounce back, but I'm not banking on that.
Flop you in the faith. All right. Ben King says that for some reason I've been gravitating to Giddens because they have the 6th most advantageous schedule based off of the big draft energy algorithm projections for running backs. Spears is my most owned, says SM Army. Who Hames agrees. I agree. Sleez says can't control life. 21% after 45ish drafts. That's good. That's good. All right. Speaking of which, SM Army, I'll get him. He goes with the Vanilla Gorilla roster construction 3683. Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Tua Tagovailoa. Great quarterback room. I don't think you needed Tua. But I understand it, especially within that range.
He fell 30 fucking spots.
It's rationalized and it makes sense. Jonathan Taylor, Travion Henderson, Tajay Spears, Jadon Blue, little micro stack with Dak Prescott, Dylan Sampson, Ollie Gordon, little micro stack with Tua. I like it. CeeDee Lamb to go with Dak, Marvin Harrison Jr. to go with Kyler, Tedero McMillan, George Pickens, Khalil Shakir, Michael Wilson, Dontavian Wicks, Jalen Tolbert, TJ Hawkinson, Isaiah Likely, Darren Waller. This is good. Another stack and correlation piece there with Tua Tagovailoa. I now understand why you were upset about me sniping you on Malik Washington, but remember, man, it is what it is. I'm giving this A-.
I like this team.
I'm leaning closer to an A+. Like
A+?
there's no weaknesses. Tell me a weakness.
Starting off, your running back 2 is going to be hurting. Travion Henderson might not pop first couple weeks,
but he has Spears, Blue, Sampson, and Gordon.
All of them are down that they're not going to pop week 1, right?
So they could. There's a world. I think Henderson.
A big health risk.
I think Henderson could pop week 1. He's got a very advantageous matchup.
Raiders, yeah.
You can afford 1 or 2 like not huge weeks. Like you need to average, what is it, like 160?
Hey, you play to win this shit, bro. You need every point that matters. We want all of them.
But even the winner last year had a week that was like 110ish, right?
Yeah.
This is the most complete draft we've covered out of everybody so far today. This is the best draft out of everybody today. And I'm not using today as like the metric to quantify, what a good draft is and what isn't a good draft, because you're all outstanding, incredible drafters, and I learned a heck of a lot from you. But this is a very good, well-built lineup. There's correlation across the board, great values across the board. You smash this draft, and I'm giving it an A+. I don't give guys. Remember, I don't hand out A+. I love this. I love this draft for you, and I'm higher on Tajay Spears than a lot of people. I think Tajay Spears is going to be a league winner this year, and I love the Jadon Blue pick, because if it is Jadon Blue, in fact, he's one of the best values in fantasy football, period. This is a really, really, really good draft, man.
Yeah, I like Jaden Blue a lot more in full PPR as well.
Keep this one up next to mine when you look at it right here.
All right, I got you.
Because it's identical.
Okay. Well, we still got Pat Joyce. We still got D-Boy. D-Boy says, does drafters not have playoffs, so it's total points format. There's no playoffs. There's nothing. It's literally just like at the end of the day, who scored the most points on their fantasy football team. Period. This is why it's, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions, the toughest tournament, because there's no playoff implications. You literally just have to outscore 150,000 other lineups. All right, D-Boy, we'll get you to do this one. Who Hames? 3773. Justin Fields, Bo Nix. I don't think you need an Anthony Richardson. Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, Caleb Johnson. We'll also pull this down. Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, Caleb Johnson, Trey Benson, Roshan Johnson, Rico Dowdle, you didn't need. Devin Neal, you didn't need. Garrett Wilson correlated with Justin Fields, Jameson Williams, Cortland Sutton correlated with Bo Nix, Luther Burden, Marvin Mims correlated with Bo Nix, DeAndre Hopkins, Josh Reynolds correlated with Justin Fields, Sam Laporta, Colson Loveland, you didn't need a third tight end, and he took Chigozie Okonkwo. What do you think, Who?
I mean, I think tacking Anthony Richardson on is perfectly fine there. I just think that if, let's say, A-Rich plays 5 games, he's probably getting a 25 to 30 point game in there, most likely. That's like, and that is enough to at least give you a week that starts, and it's one of the last rounds. Like
now, draft capital invested. You don't think going back to back quarterbacks at the range he went, you don't think that kind of just says, hey, this is the bet I'm making, that I'm betting on these 2 quarterbacks to be absolutely spectacular. Both of them should be top 12, top 10 quarterbacks on a yearly basis. I don't need another one. I should just take another dart for correlation piece, or is it okay? Because like at the end of the day, if you're spending back-to-back picks round 8 and round 9 on 2 quarterbacks, Bo Nix was a top 10 quarterback last year. Justin Fields, everybody's talking about him like a top 10 quarterback. Why do you need a third quarterback if both of them are going to be top 10?
Well, the only thing
back-to-back investment.
To me, the only thing that really matters is he weak anywhere? And like he's got Bijan, Chase Brown, Caleb Johnson. He might be weak at wide receiver,
He's weak
but
at wide receiver.
But that could have been like, I don't think it was the Anthony Richardson pick that done that. Like he was already extremely good at running back, and the Devin Neal one, like that could have easily been like a shot guy, or Dowdle could have been somebody.
I would have liked to see them just
like. I think if that one of those 2 picks was just a wide receiver, this would be close to an A.
Yeah, I'm saying Colson Loveland pick was unnecessary. Anthony Richardson pick was unnecessary. Roshan and On was unnecessary. Like Devin Neal, I'm fine with. You don't need Roshan. You don't need Rico.
What?
All of those would have been better as
added my wide receiver depth hitters.
Yeah, all of them would have been better as wide receivers from a roster construction point, from a roster investment point.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm nitpicking, but I try to give people like the best possible advice.
I mean, what pick?
I mean, he got
Colson Loveland. He got Loveland at 146.
Yeah, and his ADP is 140, and it's going to continue to fall when people find out that his shoulder is not as good.
Yeah, true. I keep forgetting this. This is total points because I don't. Yeah, like Ayuk, I don't think is draftable right now, but like over here, but like Colson Loveland. Like I would be taking Ayuk around 140 on drafters.
Yep.
But like Colson Loveland, yeah, if he is going to miss time, like he will drop. So I agree with that. And if Quentin Johnson was on the board, that probably would have been what I done. I kind of like him as a shot guy this year.
Okay.
I would have said just.
I like Quentin Johnson. I don't like Brandon Ayuk. Somebody clip the fuck out of that, please. So what do you grade this lineup? Who is?
It's like a B. I think it's fine, but I think that some of those picks being moved around, like Laporta should at least get him to where, and Chig to where Loveland's healthy. And if Loveland is what we think he's going to be, he's going to smash, right?
No. What? Why? You got 5. You got 5 targets to go around there. How is he going to smash?
And only one of like
if you think he's the Laporta in the system, like first year 1.
I believe that they're not going to waste their top 10 pick.
I think they did. This should have been Tyler Warner.
I mean, I think they may have, but like I think they're at least going to give him a chance. Like Ben Johnson wanted to get a guy, he went out and got the guy. Like that was the guy they went to get. So I believe that at least by midseason, and they have by week 5, so the post-bye rookie bump. Like I believe by week 6, they will have him featured in that offense, assuming that he is healthy.
Okay, I would say to D-Boy, just like Disco saying with that back-to-back quarterback. Yeah. I mean, if I'm investing my wide receiver 2 in J-Bo, my tight end 1 and Sam Laporta, I'm waiting for Jared Goff to come back around.
Yeah,
that's all. That's something I would definitely look at.
Yeah, that is something. And like you were saying with the Loveland, like because you took Laporta, I do, and you also took Chig. I think if you went like Theo Johnson, Chig at the end, it would have been a better wide receiver. Or
Even
room.
Mason
Yeah.
Taylor would have
Yeah.
been sufficient, right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Stamina RB room is weaker than I prefer. Okay. Just see if there's any questions. Need a consensus take from y'all. Who's the wide receiver 2 for Tennessee? I really need to know.
God, it's a nightmare.
I
I'm
know.
gonna go with Tyler Lockett, baby, the old vet.
It's Restrepo or DK for me.
I want it to be Restrepo due
Right,
to my big
yep.
board. Like that's who I'm rooting for.
I mean, Treylon Burks still there too.
Apparently he's healthy.
I know, and he's looking good in camp again. Here we go with the talk again.
Every year.
God, dude.
That's exactly what I didn't want to hear coming from camp. Like of all the things I didn't want to hear. That's
so
it.
we got Pat Joyce, Sleez in my lineup, and then we will go raid Bayou Bengal. He's doing weekly winners. Thank you for bringing that up. No cap, Mac. We will definitely raid Bayou Bengal. Hopefully he does the raid scene still. Pat Joyce goes 2-7-7-4. Baker Mayfield, Bryce Young. I think this one's your Sleez. Bucky Irving, Brian Robinson Jr., Javonte, Cam Scatabo, Bashal Tootin, Kyle Monangai, Trevor Etienne, Justin Jefferson, Justice Hill. The fuck. Rashee Rice, Zay Flowers, Travis Hunter, Chris Godwin to go with Baker Mayfield, Stephon Diggs, Jalen Coker to go with Bryce Young, Jonnu Smith, Brenton Strange, Cade Otton, and Jatavian Sanders. So he got both tight ends for Baker and Bryce Young here. All right, so let's break it down.
I'll start off with B+ to start off, and I'll break it down why. I love the quarterbacks. Bryce Young, I'm in on heavy this year. I think he's going to absolutely ball out with the Panthers offense. Bucky took a massive hit with Tristan Wirfs today. That kind of hurts. Still, I love him at value still. Brian Robinson, Javonte Williams, Cam Scatabo. The teardrop is majorly massive. I'd like to see at least, an RB2 in here. You're kind of banking on RB3s and 4s here down the stretch. But I like Bishal Tootin, Manunjai, and ETN all as dart throws late. The wide receiver room is A+++. Nothing really to talk about there. I mean, Jefferson, Rice, Flowers, Hunter, Godwin, Diggs. I mean, amazing. You didn't need Jatavion Sanders here. I mean, you had Jonnu Strange and Otton. All their buys are straight. I know you wanted the correlation, but I wouldn't have done that there. Or if I was going to do that, I would have punted Jonnu Smith and try to gain a little more wide receiver value there or running back value. But this is a well-rounded draft. It's just the running back room is going to be hard to hit weekly.
Yeah, and for future reference, Pat, because I just noticed this is only your second draft here. Jonnu Smith is falling like 30, 35.
Yeah, he is.
Past ADP on average. So just keep that in mind moving forward, because the fall that you got him here, you probably could have pushed it even more, especially if you still like him. Okay.
I got Jonnu at 190 on a drafters.
Yeah, he falls far.
Yeah. So
that's my only piece of advice. I love the Trevor Etienne little micro stack there. Way better than Rico Dowdle, in my opinion. Lockett is going to have a bounce back year. He was good soldier in Seattle last year, taking a step back for JSN. Lockett just fell out of favor with the staff. He still got lots in the tank. There's a world. All right. Sleaze Bomb goes 3-6-8-3. Huhames and I are going to tear this one apart. He goes Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, Michael Penix right off the rip. I love the quarterback room. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it's a really good quarterback room.
Yeah. Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, DeAndre Swift, Will Shipley, Jarquez Hunter, Marshawn Lloyd. I love the running back room. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, same. Jarquez Hunter is like my number 1 owned everywhere.
Yeah, I'm starting to get way more of him. I do have a lot of exposure to him. I love the running back room a lot. Nico Collins correlated with CJ Stroud. Ladd McConkey correlated with Justin Herbert. T. Higgins, Jerry Jeudy, Rashid Shaheed, Trey Harris, Ray McLeod correlated with Michael Penix, Amari Cooper, Evan Ingram, Kyle Pitts. You didn't need Dalton Schultz for correlation purposes. I think the Schultz pick would have been just another wide receiver. Your wide receiver room is elite. Your running back room is spectacular. Your tight end room is great. From a roster construction investment standpoint, though, Evan Ingram and Kyle Pitts would have been sufficient. You didn't need Schultz, even though it was correlation. It's an A for me. What do you think,
I think it would look better with Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk.
Yeah, because you were ripping on him earlier. No, that's a very solid built team, and like the Dalton Schultz pick, it doesn't matter. It's like a 17th round pick and it's correlated. Like it's fine.
Yeah, I
it-
really try to put an emphasis on
Yeah.
capital spent. That's like if you spend the capital on Evan Ingram where you took Evan Ingram, and then you spent the capital very close by with Kyle Pitts, doesn't make sense at the tight end position, a onesie position, to then go get another Dalton Schultz. I think
Evan Ingram's very injury prone.
I think from
but if you're drafting an injury prone guy and he goes down, then this lineup's chalk regardless. You don't draft for that outcome. You draft for nut outcomes, and that's not one of them.
I think that we view like a good roster construction a little different because I believe having the 3-6-8-3 is just almost even with an elite tight end being fine because let's say Trey McBride had 3 bad weeks, but he absolutely nuts out the rest of the season. And you have the 2 guys who had the nut outcome. Like they could still hit the flex. Like you don't want them to hit the flex. Tight end can hit the flex. Like people forget that is possible. It can happen. So like making your floor higher by attacking 3 quarterbacks and 3 tight ends to me just makes sense in almost every situation, especially with 20 rounds. So like that's kind of like I think this is like an A to A minus. Like I don't love the bottom of those receivers, but like you have 6 awesome ones. So like I say it's an A.
You didn't need a round 20 pick as overly sharp analysis. Listen, fucking Captain Obvious, he's a round 19 pick. Suck it. I'm so sorry.
All right, though, boys. I got the wife bringing dinner here.
All right, so you don't want to break down my lineup. You're just gonna leave.
Oh, yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, quick.
3, 5, 10, 2. Caleb Williams, Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, Josh Jacobs, Omarion Hampton, James Cook, Tyrone Tracy, Braylon Allen, Jamar Chase, Debo Samuel, Jordan Addison, Keon Coleman. This is a fucking donation. Romeo Dobbs, Adam Thielen, Jack Beck,
E minus.
Deontay Johnson, Malik Washington, Curtis Samuel, Trey McBride, Travis Kelce. It's tough to go elite tight end and then be balanced. And this is just fucking dog shit.
I don't like it at all. I'm not gonna lie. B minus. I love you guys.
Get out here.
There you go. Pieces.
I say it's a B. It's fine. Like, and the elite tight end, like if you're gonna go two tight ends with elite, I think you have to spend the capital around where you did. So
yeah.
Oh, by the way, I have a pretty good, I know you're into dad jokes and all that.
Okay, I'm here for it.
But I had a really interesting thought on my stream yesterday. I don't know if you happen to hear it, and I said it again today. But so it's quite hilarious that Darren Waller went from MIA last year to MIA this year.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's just kind of a clever little, because like I didn't notice it until like I was talking about who could I take a tight end. I just clicked it and seen the MIA under it. I'm like, it just all came together. Like
I like it. All right, guys.
Wild.
Huhames, thank you for hopping on. It's always a pleasure and honor to have you. Shout out to Sleez Bomb. He's been literally live for like the last 4 hours. Shout out to you, Huhames. You've also been live for like the last 4 hours. You guys could catch him at Huhames. You guys could catch me at Big Draft Energy and Sleez at Sleez Bomb, all on YouTube, all on X, all the same thing. Guys, click the link here. This is to go raid Bayou Bengal. Just go say hi. No need to say disco raid or anything. Just go say hi. Shout out to Bayou Bengal. He's part of the community, and he's doing weekly winners right now. So go say hi to him, shout him out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Until next time, peace.